It's been dubbed the King versus the baby-faced assassin. The 2015 NBA Playoff Finals pits an experienced veteran against an upcoming star who is rewriting all records. It's last season's regular season MVP against this season's regular season MVP. A fascinating matchup. My name is Deji Omotoyinbo. Welcome to a Sports Express special preview of the 2015 NBA Playoff Finals between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Golden State Warriors. Our NBA veteran Bode Oguntuyi joins me for this special preview, buddy. LeBron James, Stephen Curry, those are the names that will naturally pop up. And the King against the babyface assassin, I think I like that phrase. Very, very apt. But it's more than these two players, isn't it?
Yeah, it's more than these two players, DG. You can't get to the NBA Finals
on the back of one player.
On the back of one player, yeah. as it were. And you can't win an NBA title being a one in all. Every team that has won the NBA title has consisted of one key player or one key player and two or three other very, very important, if not as good players, and then two or three other guys that will come off the bench or stay on the team and get the work done. So both teams, they have the players, apart from LeBron James and Steph Curry, that can step up and get the job done. However, if you look at the history of these playoffs from day one, I don't think there's been any player on either of the teams that has had as much influence as these two guys that we have mentioned. In the past, if for instance, if you look at the Michael Jordan era, because of the ridiculous figures and ridiculous plays that Jordan came up with, there are some other guys too that have, for instance, that have contributed. Steve Kerr is famous for the winning shots against I think it was the Phoenix Suns when the last play of I think game 4, game 5 was run for him, and Jordan looked at me and said, "Just be ready." Steve Kerr makes big shots, and of course he's coach of Warriors now. So yes, it's not these two main names will be key, but one hero might just pop up in this series.
You have to say you can understand why these two names have popped up. They virtually led the team in all the indices going into this. But like you said, there are quite a few players in these other teams. Can we take a look at some of those key men on the other on these two teams outside of the big two? Of course, if I can use that. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, you have about J.R. Smith, who's not done too badly, but not come up as expected. And also Iman Shumpert, we don't know about Kyrie Iverson, we don't know whether he's day to day, and Stephen Curry, of course. Klay Thompson is fit for the Golden State Warriors, Draymond Green and all that. Just give us an idea of the other players we should look out for in these two teams.
Let me start with the supporting cast for LeBron James, and I think as some will say, this is probably where the Cavs will have a problem. Timothy Mozgov, we know him, European. He has European skill set. When you look at a player like Mozgov, is a big man, but he can shoot. You look at the brothers from Spain, Mark and Paul Gasol, a player in the same mold. Of course, all Europeans have the skill set that American-born players don't have. Just look at Iman Shumpert. They came from a franchise that wasn't known for success, having much success lately. That's the New York Knicks, but they have stepped up big time, especially J.R. Smith that lit up the last series. Iman Shumpert has been on and off, but he has contributed to quota definitely to the run of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Kyrie Irving was the star man for the Cavs before the King came home. He did his bit last year to propel the Cavs as much as he could. I mean, it was one of the top picks after LeBron James left, and he made the franchise his own. When James returned, James has overshadowed him as expected. But Ivan was playing well before the foot injury. If he's fully fit, yes. Tristan Thompson is good inside defender. He will probably be the man that will be parading the paint for the Cavs. So good support cast for the Cavaliers. The biggest strength of the Warriors is that they came through a very, very tough Western Conference, and they have, I think, in my opinion, a deeper bench and a better supporting cast than the Cavs. Draymond Green, defensive player of the year. Third year in the NBA, he has grown in leaps and bounds. Klay Thompson, one of the what they call in the NBA the Splash Brothers. When Klay Thompson and Steph Curry are hitting from the wings, you have a problem. Andre Iguodala and Leandro Barbosa, of course, we know them, experienced veterans. Iguodala has played in a couple of US teams that have won internationally. Leandro Barbosa also has played for Brazil in World Championships. That they are experienced. Both of them are coming off the bench. When you have experienced guys like that coming off the bench, it's like really your first choice players. But what they have is that they are getting old, but they can still give you solid points at both ends of the floor. Festus Ezeli, Nigerian, he didn't feature too well in the regular season, and we didn't see much of him early in the playoffs. But in the series against Houston, he's had some tremendous tremendous games back to back. I think games 4 and 5 we has posted good numbers.
Impactful.
Exactly, and it's been impactful. And then there's the X factor, Harrison Barnes. Most people do not know him, but until game 5 against Houston Rockets, when Klay Thompson was injured, Barnes came up, dropped 24 on the Rockets, and is a man that will likely, I say, be one of the guys that will face off against LeBron James.
Okay, we've talked about the supporting cast. After the break, we're going to talk about particular team tactics that could swing this either way. We'll be back.
I'm home. Mama Cletus, where did all these people go? Expired again?
Dad, yay, my water.
Cletus.
But Papa, our TV is not showing now.
Keep your family at home with your own Consat. Consat gives you over 10 free channels, 2 months complimentary subscription, free installation, and digital signals nationwide. For just 9,999 naira, you get the latest movies, music, news, sports, and more quality entertainment. Consat is so affordable. What more could you ask for? Get yours today from any Consat authorized distributor nationwide. Call 01-277-8690 now or visit www.consat.tv for more details.
Honey, your food is ready.
Consat, TV for us.
Welcome back to a Sports Express special preview of the 2015 NBA playoffs. LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers against Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors. Maybe it's unfair to label it like that, but hey, let's talk about the tactics. You do feel that if Golden State don't stop LeBron and if Cleveland don't stop Stephen Curry, they're going to lose the series.
Yeah.
So how do they cope with this obviously impressive and tough to stop players? Let's start with Stephen Curry. How do you stop a man who seems able to make 3-point shots from nowhere, from everywhere? How do you cope with him?
Almost impossible. But there's one thing that there's a quiet belief among Cleveland Cavaliers fans that they might have the answer to Steph Curry. Why am I saying that? If you look at the people that have been sent to guard Steph Curry in the Warriors run in the playoffs, Mike Conley, Tony Allen of Grizzlies, Trevor Ariza of Rockets, and Eric Gordon of New Orleans, all of them, if you look at their net grading on the floor, none of them is up to +3. Okay, I mean you're looking at from -5 to -1 to +1 to +5. None of them. The most that they have is +2.8, and that's Tony Allen. Now, if you flip over to the Cleveland Cavaliers, they have 5 players that has an average of +3.5. Elite. I mean, 5. Yes, there are 5 players in the Cavs lineup, and so they're thinking that any look. That most of the looks that Steph Curry will have will be against players will be playing against players that are better than anything he has faced.
So you feel they'll just be rotating those players?
They're rotating on him. Look, because I love San Antonio Spurs, what Greg Popovich, the coach of Spurs, used to say is that you can't stop a great player, but you can make it as difficult for them as possible. Make them work hard for every shot, and so that as the series is going on, they are getting more tired. They get more tired until they become less effective than fans expect them to be. So I expect that what Cavaliers will try to do is to wear Steph Curry out by giving different looks at all these players that have the ability to stop him.
Okay, all right, let's flip over now. LeBron James, he's shown great leadership qualities. He's posted some fantastic numbers in these playoffs, and he also seems to have this immense will to win. He's just driving this team forward. How do they stop him?
It's simple. Like I said, you can't stop LeBron James, but you can frustrate him. Okay. And as we saw in the series against when it was his first year with the Heat, when they faced Dallas Mavericks, and last season when they faced San Antonio Spurs, LeBron James can be frustrated. And once you get LeBron James off his game, he tends to just lose interest. Exactly. It starts sulking, and the team suffers. So they just need to frustrate LeBron James. However, the bad news is this: in the last 6 meetings against Golden State Warriors, LeBron James have scored almost in triple-double, 30 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists. That's the average in his last 6 games against the Warriors. They met twice in regular season. During the regular season, and they split the series 1-1. Okay. But the one that the Cavs lost, LeBron James did not play.
Okay. Huge factor. All right, before we take a break, for the two teams, we've talked about the main weapons: LeBron James, Stephen Curry. The X factor for these two teams.
I think this is where the battle will be won or lost. That's the other men that will step up and get the job done. For the Warriors, we have talked about the Splash brothers, Klay Thompson and Steph Curry, but Steph Curry has been doing all the work. We haven't seen any major contribution from Klay Thompson. He's been on and off. He's been cold. His shooting average has been very, very low. In fact, it's lower than anything that's posted in the last few years. So I'm thinking, that's me thinking now, that what if this script is written for Klay Thompson? What if the final is going to be his own contribution to this team? Yes, he did a lot for them in the regular season, but we haven't seen much of him in the playoff. But what if the final is going to be Klay Thompson's own hurrah? He suffered concussion in the last game against Houston Rockets, but now he's had enough rest. He's been tested. It's likely he's back in training. It's likely he will play. So Klay Thompson is one. The other has got to be Draymond Green. I said at the start of the playoffs that Draymond Green is the X factor for the Warriors. It's also popped up in bits and pieces, but he hasn't shown the reason why he was named the Defensive Player of the Year. What if he does? He does a Kawhi Leonard on LeBron in the finals and locks him down? It's possible. The other one, they have to be first, Ezeli, the young Nigerian. Ezeli has filled in excellently well for the Cavs in the last 2-3 games against Houston. What if he gets the better of Tristan Thompson? It's possible.
Okay, we're running out of time, so we have to leave it at that. But we'll take a break. When we come back, we look at the legacy of LeBron. Will he do it? We'll be back.
Keep playing good defense.
I'm home. Mama Cletus, where did all these people go? Expired again?
My water.
Cletus.
But Papa, our TV is not showing now.
Keep your family at home with your own Consat. Consat gives you over 10 free channels, 2 months complimentary subscription, free installation, and digital signals nationwide. For just 9,999 naira, you get the latest movies, music, news, sports, and more quality entertainment. Consat is so affordable. What more could you ask for? Get yours today from any Consat authorized distributor nationwide. Call 01-277-8690 now or visit www.consat.tv for more details.
Honey, your food is ready.
Consat, TV for us.
Welcome back. It's the home stretch of our special Sports Express preview of the 2015 NBA Finals. Cleveland Cavaliers, LeBron James, and Golden State Warriors, Stephen Curry. Buddy, let's focus on LeBron James as we close. This is a guy who's going to his 5th NBA Finals. The first one was with Cleveland. He lost that. Then he moved over to Miami, and he lost the first final to Dallas Mavericks. Then he won 2, and then he lost last year to San Antonio.
That's 5 finals already.
Yeah.
So this is the 6th final.
This is the 6th final. So, how does this work out? It's not been done in NBA history. He's gone back home, and we thought, he could do it, but nobody expected. I don't think anybody expected him to get this far, this first season back. Do you think he can do it? And if he manages to do it, and that is win the titles for his hometown club, what legacy would that mean for LeBron James?
It will be massive. It will place him right among the pantheon, if I may use that word, of NBA greats. It made that move possible because he could have stayed at Miami, in the sun of Miami, and made money and stayed with his friends, but decided, hey, let me make this right. So in the NBA annals indices, the Cavs are the least. In fact, for this year, nobody expected them to come this far.
Yeah.
All the projections was that they'll make a deep run in the playoffs, and then they'll lose somewhere, and then next year.
Yeah,
but yeah, exactly. Now it's so close. If LeBron James gets it done, and it is possible, he'll be arguably one of the greatest NBA players ever.
Wow, that's massive. We'll wait and see what happens there. Thanks for joining us on this special Sports Express preview of the 2015 NBA Finals between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Golden State Warriors. Game 1 is Thursday night. Well, for those of us in Nigeria, Sleepless Night about to start. My name is Dick Jomoto. Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.